declining groundwater levels and diminishing reservoirs, India's Bengaluru city, known as the country's Silicon Valley, is now facing an unprecedented water crisis. The city's residents are short of nearly 1,680 million litres of water every day, meaning that they get just about half the water that they need on a daily basis.
Thousands of people chasing water tankers, taking fewer showers, sweating in long queues, and even missing work to arrange water. This is the situation of India's IT hub, Bengaluru. From once filled with enormous water bodies to now having no water at all. More than half of the city's borewell has been dried up, making people dependent on the water tankers, and their prices are skyrocketing. These tankers are charging up to 4 times of their original price. From the past few months, Bangalore is facing serious water crisis. In some part of Bengaluru, the situation is so bad that people don't even have drinking water, let alone for daily utilities.
Summer is getting started. It is just started. So I think another 2-3 months we are not sure that this year how rainfall will happen. We are over rainfall we will face or lesser, we don't know. Predictions will say this year we don't have any rains. I don't know what will happen. It is something to be scared. It is something to be scared. We should take it as a top priority, and we should consider this as an important thing.
A lot of people are planning to leave Bangalore due to this water crisis. Groundwater that was available at 100 feet now not even available after digging 1800 feet.
Government is providing only weekly once water, that too 1-3 hours they are leaving. So we have to depend on the other sources like the tankers and all. Now they have increased the cost also. Per month we are almost paying 7,000 rupees for the water only. For common people it's very difficult to pay 7,000, right?
The story of Bangalore's water crisis is a wake-up call for the whole country. Otherwise, in near future, the entire nation might face water crisis. We have water today, but that is not a guarantee that it will be available tomorrow. There might be a situation where we get water only for 1 hour. Chapter 1. How bad is the situation? Bengaluru is India's startup and IT hub. In 2024, we started getting news that Bengaluru is running out of water. Reason? Bengaluru water supply system is extremely broken. Its 70% of water supply is coming from Kaveri River and the rest comes from groundwater pumps. The problem is that water is coming out of the ground but not going back in. There has been 1000% increase in the urbanization of the city in the past few decades, but the number of water bodies has decreased by almost 80%. Major cities in India faces flooding during monsoon, and this is a man-made disaster, just as the water crisis in Bengaluru. The city of Bengaluru has built infrastructures, IT hubs and parks to boost its IT industry, but the city has limited land. So how did all this infrastructure and construction possible? Answer: by cutting trees and filling up water bodies. These IT hubs and housing societies have huge water needs, but there is no water planning for these situations, rather than depending upon the Kaveri water supply. It is mandatory by law in Bengaluru to harvest rainwater, but that rarely happens. If the rain is good during monsoon, Kaveri River have ample water supply, but if the rain is not good, well, we all know what will happen. Most of the water bodies in Bengaluru has been filled up to construct buildings and infrastructure, due to which groundwater has taken a huge hit. Chapter 2. India's Water Future. In 2018, Niti Aayog introduced a composite water management index for India's water resources, water availability and water scarcity. According to that index, almost 60 crore people in India live in extreme water scarce environment. Almost 2 lakh people lose their lives due to unavailability of clean and safe drinking water. And due to this water shortage, almost 6% of our GDP is lost every year which is a huge number considering the GDP of the country. We spend around 2.1% of the GDP every year on healthcare and around 3.5% on education. And as India grows in the future, our water needs will also increase astronomically. But sadly, India has no such water management plans to meet water demand of people in the future, and this is scary in itself. In the Composite Water Management Report, in this graph, it's indicated that all the states where Ganga flows through has no water management plan whatsoever. Chapter 3: Solutions to Water Crisis. Water crisis in Bengaluru is a warning sign for the entire nation. To tackle water crisis, there are many ways at individual and at a policy level. But it is very important to implement these steps. As India is growing, its water need will increase a lot. And the first step is to stop pretending that water is unlimited. India does not have unlimited supply of water. Rivers like Ganga, Yamuna comes from glaciers. As the glacier melts, water level will rise. But in the future, these levels will be less when these glaciers will not be there anymore. India has almost 16% of the world population and less than 4% of the water. That means every drop is very precious. There are few ways through which we can solve the water crisis for the entire nation and not just Bengaluru. Number 1, wastewater treatment. Investing in wastewater treatment infrastructure to treat sewage and industrial effluent can help reclaim water for reuse and prevent pollution of water bodies. Adopting advanced treatment technologies and decentralized wastewater treatment plants can improve water quality and promote environmental sustainability. Number 2, integrated water management. Adopting an integrated approach for water management that considers the entire water cycle from source to consumption to disposal can optimize water use efficiency. This includes wastewater management, aquifer recharge, and holistic urban planning to protect water resources and enhance ecosystem services. Number 3, revitalizing lakes and tanks. Revitalizing lakes and tanks for water storage presents a promising solution to Bengaluru's water crisis. The city's historic lakes and tanks hold immense potential as a natural reservoirs that can be rehabilitated to augment water storage capacity. Through distilling, restoration, and conservation efforts, these water bodies can be rejuvenated to their former glory. By safeguarding and preserving these vital resources, Bengaluru can enhance its resilience to water scarcity while simultaneously revitalizing ecosystems and promoting biodiversity.